Alright, good morning everybody. Said I wasn't going to do a Flintknapping video today, but I found an old tripod, old cheapy piece of junk tripod. I wanted to just do a little test video. It'll probably never make it on the channel, but the camera is closer to my face, so maybe it'll work a little better for the sound. This here is a little piece of Alabama coastal, and not used to working this material. It's heat treated to about 500 degrees. Let it run for 8 hours. That might have been a little too much. You see here, we got this platform right here and this little ridge, and I'm going to try to run that ridge. Did pretty good. I hit off to the left a little bit, but that was my first strike of the day, and usually takes a few to get warmed up. This is way above center line, but I'm going to try and pop that little piece off right there. That's what we did, and that helped flatten out the bottom. Now it's got a big concavity right there, and we'll have to take that off. Probably out of there. Don't look like it goes too deep. Seems a little brittle down there in that area. That may be, well, actually it has crap running all the way in there into that spot, so we're probably not going to get much out of this. If we're lucky, we'll end up with a pendant point size piece, or if that crack continues, we may not end up with anything. That's okay too. It's gonna happen. It's just a rock. I stole that saying from my buddy John Tuttle, and he actually, the story he told was he was up at DC Waldorf's at a private nap in, and he dropped a big old blade a fella had made. I don't know if it was DC or another guy, and anyways, you can imagine how embarrassing that was, and he offered to pay for it, and whoever it was said it's just a rock. So that's a good thing to live by, I guess, if you're Flintknapping because rocks break. I was messing around inside my case inside the house one time, and out of nowhere I opened up the case, didn't even touch anything, and my most favorite prize point that I made fell out, broke into a gazillion pieces. Yeah, that's going to be a bad spot right into that right there. I'm trying to be easy with it, but still probably get a point out of that. That's just a little biface. Like I said, I'm just testing out this tripod and the angle. So that's all we're accomplishing today. And then I got to get in the leather shop, and I've got wallets, belts, beaver tail money clips, and all kinds of stuff to get made today. Get some orders out. I got a back surgery coming up. Where I call that quits on that one. And neck surgery. I got several surgeries coming up this year. And ain't much fun, gotta be done. Probably gotta take me out of the napping thing for a little while. A little Cortex flake. It's got a little bit of a dip in it. The heck, that popped off with my finger. Crack in it. I hope I dropped that piece. We're gonna leave it down there. We'll eat on a piece of Georgetown. It's fairly early in the day. Not really awake yet. Only had 1 cup of coffee, and that's what happens when you only have 1 cup of coffee. You break things. See if we can make a little biface out of this. This is a piece of light colored heat treated Edwards. I don't know if this was off another blade that broke or what. I was watching the video yesterday, or the videos, and oh boy, it's gonna need some work. I'll tell you right now, if you're going to watch these videos, you're going to have to get used to my ADD. I can have one thought and stop midstream and be completely on something different. And I ain't been drinking. I'm not on drugs. I'm just my ADD kicks in and kind of scatterbrain like a squirrel, you know. If y'all gonna watch, and right now there's only 2 of you, hey, and shout out to my loyal subscribers, all 2 of you. Appreciate you guys. Seriously though, it don't cost anything to smash that like button, so smash it. Hit the subscribe button. Sooner or later I might have something really of value to you. Even if I don't right now. But anyhow, yeah, it don't cost nothing to smash that like button and hit the subscribe. And we got a square edge here at the end. It's gonna do a little zigzag in here. Try to get rid of that square edge. Boy, I'd be glad when I get used to these braces if I ever do. Something else I noticed about the video yesterday, between my nervousness to hit it and not break it, being on video and all that stuff, and excuse me, and these braces, I look like I'm epileptic or something. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, there's a little preform, relatively thin, probably not much more than a 1/4 inch, 3/8 at the most. Won't take much to thin that thing out. There's the other little one, and let's pick that one up off the ground. It ain't gonna be very big. It's got a curve to it, and I may break it anyhow. It already has some cracks in it. I've seen the piece fall off just for touching it with my hand. So we'll see. That piece of Cortex runs into that little way, so not sure how that's going to work out, but I gotta take a a little bit of length off here because got this curve in it, and I have to run some flakes down this way. Keep from breaking it. That actually helps. Just knocking some of that cortex back on the back side. That cortex was all the way to the edge, and that just knocked that back a little way so we can get in there and work on it. This piece isn't very big. I mean, 2 3/4 inches. Still plenty big enough to make an arrowhead. And we are going to lose some more length. In order to get that curve out of it. That flake right there probably helped a bit. We're gonna run one. We got this right here is kind of high, but it should run that little ridge. I don't know if you can see that, but I got this point right here. I'm gonna hit that. Try to run this little ridge right here. If I can hit it. Well, I didn't hit it. It did run it a little ways, but of course it stopped there at that cortex. Bring that edge down a little bit. There we go. We're getting somewhere now. Got some issues over here. Not sure if I'll be able to get that out or not. It's kind of a mess at the moment. Come on, let go. That wasn't real promising, is it? I know I could straighten that up with indirect in just a few seconds. If you haven't done any indirect, you should try it. I think most everyone's doing it now, though. All right. Let's see if we can. Like I said, this wasn't going to be a very big point. Make a pretty pendant point. Relatively flat now. And that should have, that just flattened it out. I don't remember what we started at. But for me, I mean, you could turn this into a point, bring this edge up, run some flakes across there, a little bit of pressure flaking, you get that straightened out. That's my years of construction coming out in me. Spent most of my young life in construction, working with my dad. I grew up in it. As far as it was, as beat up as I am now, I wouldn't trade all those years I got to work with my dad. I wouldn't trade him for nothing in the world. Absolutely nothing. But anyhow, what do we got here? got this little piece, and I may just do some pressure, regularize the edge, do some pressure flaking a little bit, and leave this little bit of cortex on there. Notch this. It's going to lose a little bit of size. How much size do we have here? I don't remember what we had, but it's about almost 2 1/4, 2 1/8 long. But I just clean that up a little bit and make a pendant point out of it and hang it up at a show or whatever. Make a little necklace out of it. I'll probably leave a little bit of that cortex on there just to rest it up, and I'll knock this stuff off. That stuff will clean off and look pretty good with just pressure flaking. May even leave the backside the way it is. You don't need that backside done on a pendant point. This is the side that's going to present, so you just clean it up and notch it and you're good to go. And I don't know what I'll do with this, but I'll make a point out of it eventually. It's a little bit crispy. I'm going to heat treat some more, and I got a little carried away, I think. There's a couple different grades of this that was sent. It's good material. I just need to learn to heat treat it properly, but it does have some imperfections in it. I was napping one piece, and it had the seashell was missing, but it had the whole impression of the seashell in it, which is actually kind of neat. I probably should have saved it and threw it onto my wife's rock shelf. But got 3 little pieces there. Hopefully my ADD wasn't too bad talking on the camera today, and hopefully this comes out. And if it did, then I'll upload it. So there you go. Y'all have a great day, and don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe, please. Don't cost you anything and don't hurt anything. Just and you'll get notifications every time I release a video. You may not want that, but anyways, smash the like button, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.